Now, the first interview today is with Harold Bevis, President and CEO of Xerium Technologies. Let's go to the interview. Harold, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, Dave. Glad to be here.
Let's start with your giving us an overview of what your company does, Harold.
Xerium has 28 plants in 13 countries. We'll sell to customers in 63 countries. And fundamentally, we provide consumable products and services that are used during the manufacturing processes to make tissue paper, paper towels, consumer packaging, cardboard, fiber cement products for housing, siding, and nonwoven fabrics.
You've been around for almost 200 years, correct?
Yes, we have.
Give us just a brief history of how this company started and how you've evolved over the years.
Sure. The paper making process is an old process, to your point, and it had a cottage industry around it from the very beginning. And the process itself consumes materials during the manufacturing and conversion processes. And our company started up long ago in Europe around the inventors of the machinery in mass production of these products. And we still have our first factory in Glognitz, Austria. And as the industry has globalized over time and fully globalizing, we've grown with it, and we've installed plants and service centers around the world to stay with the industry.
Yeah, I want to note that Macquarie, a major European investment bank, has a buy rating on your stock with a $13 price target. In fact, they've called you their #1 industrial small cap stock pick. I want you to tell us, investors today, the essential value proposition, or why should investors today consider positioning in your stock?
Very good. There's two key reasons. One is very simple. Debt pay down. We have around $100 million equity account today, and we have articulated a goal to pay down $100 million more of debt. Just this simple program will double the size of our equity account for the same amount of shares outstanding. We started it last year. We paid off $23 million in the first year. We're underway with that program now, and that's the #1 idea. Number two is the benefits that we expect to achieve from the repositioning program we just completed. We closed 8 plants. We modernized 10 plants. We introduced 90 new products. We are in great positions in many niches around the world: Turkey, China, Chile, Brazil, the Middle East, Eastern Europe. We specifically targeted business segments that were differentially growing. We put our assets in those areas. We tuned our machines to the designs needed for the machines in those areas, and we expect to grow from that and have a higher level of EBITDA on a go-forward basis. So the two main reasons that an investor should own our stock is we are going to pay down debt. We're committed to it. We've already started it, and we're going to fill up our new machines that we've repurposed and reinstalled with new business and growing markets in the world.
Well, back to the analyst covering your stock at Macquarie, he talks about your free cash flow and how important that is to your business and to the growth of your business. I want you to explain the business model and explain to our viewers how your company makes money.
We are a profitable company, as you can see. Just using round numbers, we did over $470 million in sales, $95 million of EBITDA, $23 million of free cash flow. So you can see that we have a healthy company profile here. And it's been healthy for a long period of time. And the reason for it is we have this global network of factories, a global network of products and services that we offer locally. And it's a very highly engineered product, and it is specified and installed by a technical sales force. The fundamental value add of our product is that it helps our customers achieve their targeted cost per ton objectives. And that's not easy to do. It takes a lot of technical work on the product and the service and the installation techniques. We've been doing it for a long time, and we expect to be profitable like this on a go-forward basis.
So these are consumable products, as I understand, some that you're replacing every 30 days for these companies. And then, so talk to us more about these actual products, and who are some of your biggest customers?
So most of our customers in the world are public companies. They're public reporters: International Paper, WestRock; in the Far East, Nine Dragons; Asia Pulp and Paper; in Europe, Stora Enso, UPM; in South America, Fibria, Suzano. These are names that perhaps you might not know, but they are large consumable packaging producers around the world, and they're growing, they're investing, they're healthy companies, and they're tied into the consumable products themselves. Most of their products that they make are also disposable. So we make a razor blade kind of a business, and their products themselves are usually disposable as well.
Harold, how will you continue to grow revenue and EBITDA? And again, I go back to the Macquarie report. He gives you a buy rating, $13 price target, basically says you got great free cash flow, and he expects you to continue to grow the company. How do you continue to grow into 17, 18?
There's two parts to it. One is GDP. Our products are primarily tied to GDP consumption. And as GDP grows globally, which it does, our products grow with it. Secondly, we have the repositioning program that we just accomplished. We specifically targeted quite a few niche industries around the world to grow in certain areas, and we expect to differentially grow in those areas on top of the normal GDP growth of our core products. So we hope that we'll be a natural grower and be pulled along into the market by being attached to the correct revenue streams.
What are the niche areas you're talking about that you've implemented, that you're targeting?
Specific niches that are coming on board now have to do with e-commerce and the whole e-media evolution. One dynamic in the industry is the decline of newspapers and hard copy media and the acceleration of e-commerce, ordering over the internet, e-media in general. And these are specific products, and they're growing very fast, and they're highly desirable by end consumers. And so we've had to add capacity machinery to make those type of products.
What are some corporate milestones that investors should look for in 2017?
There's two that are really important. One is this debt pay down program that I referred to. Many investors really like the simple story that we have around $100 million equity account and we're paying down $100 million of debt. We're basically doubling the value of our equity just by paying debt down, and we've already started on that journey. Secondly, the new reposition capacity that we've put in place and targeted to growth sectors, the key metric we're tracking internally is new business won. Are we winning new business to run across those new machines that we've put in new places like Turkey, like China, like Chile? And we are tracking the fill rates over a 2 or 3 year period. And we made our objectives last year. We set a goal to do $45 million of new wins. We hit it, and we set an even higher goal for this year.
Excellent. Harold, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate talking today.
Now, to get more information about Xerium Technologies and learn about dozens, hundreds of other microcap companies, visit RedChip.com. And while you're there, subscribe to our weekly newsletter. Join the RedChip Nation today. It's free. You'll get a plethora of stock ideas of emerging growth companies, interviews, research reports, industry news, and much more. And it's all free.